Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Things always changing, new stuff coming down the line, new opportunities, new potential for other platforms and other things to do on the channel here. And sometimes, I like to try to update you guys a little bit on things that might be coming down the line here. Back in January of 2024 here, my truck, the one that I'm in right now, was parked in front of the house on a little bit of a snowy day, and it got hit, unfortunately. And it's been a little bit of a struggle trying to figure out what the plan was with the truck. Was it going to get fixed? Was it not? The damage didn't really seem that bad, but in the end, they did end up totaling the truck. And I'll show you here in a minute the damage that was done. It really wasn't that bad, but I was told that rust was apparently an issue, and we're here in Northern Virginia area, so if you're in this area or north of this area, then you're very familiar with the damage that rust can do. This is a 2009 Silverado 1500, so it's definitely got the age, and I don't think it ever had an undercoating or anything like that, so figures, rust. The truck was fine other than that, drove fine. I still drive it periodically, but time came when we found that out that we were going to have to do something a little bit different. Unfortunately, being a totaled truck, it should have a rebuilt title because it is still safe on the streets, but the problem is that I can't get full coverage. Best I could get is liability, and I really want to drive around with the confidence of knowing that if something bad happens, I'm not screwed, So I did decide to go ahead and get something different, and I'm going to show you what new truck we picked up here in just a minute. The basic idea was that I knew eventually I was going to want to be able to haul the Forester and the Skyline to some show. At some point, I want to have the ability to haul two cars, and a 1500 just isn't going to do that. So I knew I'd need something a little bit bigger, and trying to find the right truck. I don't have $80,000 to spend on a brand new truck, so it obviously had to be something used. And so yeah, I did find something. So this does bring some opportunities to make some things and change some things around, which would be kind of cool. So I'll get to work on that truck on the channel here, make some things for it, lights and stuff like that. So I'll try to capture some of that in videos and whatnot and make it a little bit of a learning experience for all of us, I guess. So that's the cool thing. That's the positive of having this inconvenient thing happen to the truck that I've been driving. Now I have the opportunity to get something else and, build it out, have some fun with it. So we'll go ahead and show you what happened to the old truck, and then we'll show you the new one. So as you can see, it's really not that bad, but it hit the truck on the side right there. Didn't hit anywhere else, surprisingly. It did take out the rocker, which they tell me is rusted. The only real rust I see is on the bottom of it, but apparently these things rust from the inside out. So if you own one of these trucks and you think yours is clean, well, you might be one hit from a Ford Festiva away from finding out that you're not. But as stated, sometimes negative things like that bring positive things. So making the most of the situation, we do have the new truck now, and here it is. We got a 2018 Chevy Silverado 2500, and it does have the 6.6 L5P Duramax with the Allison trans. So very excited for that. All in all, pretty clean truck. I do plan on getting this one undercoated so that I don't have those same rust issues. Already got a cover for the back installed, and a few other parts, lighting related, that are on the way that we'll be covering on the channel here as we go along. Pretty nice truck. It is a high country, so it's got bows and a whole bunch of extra features that are very nice to have when towing. As with anything else, when negative stuff happens, you make the most of it. In this case, I think I got a pretty nice truck, and it's going to be sad to see the blue one go away, but it just happens. That's how it goes. But I do have a friend that's actually going to buy it from me. It's going to work great for him. It's still a solid truck. It still runs really well, so it is good to see it continue to haul cars and have some fun while I get the opportunity to haul a little more than what it was previously. Should also give me the opportunity to reach out a little bit further. That's something I have been wanting to do, possibly do some Florida shows, maybe even start reaching out to like Chicago and eventually beyond. This one, I think can get me there. So we'll see. This year I will be at Wicked Big Meat in Connecticut and Boxer Fest, Carlisle, Import Nationals, and I'm sure more. Still waiting on the Skyline. The Skyline, obviously it still needs that motor, so we will be getting that new motor put in soon. And that will kind of determine what shows I go to a little bit more. As much as I love the Forester, I think the Skyline is just gonna look a lot better at the booth, and it makes me more excited to go to more shows. Whereas Subaru shows, the Forester is awesome, it's great, and I could still take it to other shows if I wanted to, but the Skyline, I think it's gonna go really good at a booth. So as soon as I get that done, I'll know a little bit more about what shows I go to. Hopefully I can meet some of you guys in person. I know it's a pretty big country and a really big world. I doubt I'm going outside of the USA yet, not for a little while. Sorry, Canada. I do definitely want to start going more west. So if there's any really good shows, indoor preferably. I generally don't like outdoor shows. I make an exception for Subaru events, and Carlisle is more just a hangout for me and my show team. So while I will be there, it won't be a booth. But as far as like shows go, I do like the indoor shows. So if you guys know of any big indoor shows, let me know. Slammed Enough is definitely on the list. It's very hard to get in. So I may try again this year, but yeah, I'm aware of it, but it's not easy to get in as a vendor. So hey, if anybody has a connection, let me know. I'm interested in going to Slammed Enough this year. Other than that, let me know. Let me know what shows there are. Let me know what shows you guys like. Once again, indoor shows, not a big fan of the outdoor stuff just because of wind, weather, everything else. You're planning this stuff months in advance. You have no clue what the weather's gonna be, and it is hard to keep everything in one place at a booth outside when the wind and rain and everything else decides that it's not gonna play ball. So indoor only, I think, but right on. Thanks for watching the video, and definitely stay tuned for more. Already got a few things in the works for the truck right now. The plan is to try to have it a little bit less stock by the time I go on my first trip with it, which as of now is going to be Carlisle. Definitely stay tuned, and if you're not already, like and subscribe so you don't miss any future content with this, the Skyline, the Forester, and whatever other cars we throw at it. Thanks, guys.